Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's requested video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to cut this halter neck conical blouse. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. So let's dive right into today's video. So to start, I've gone ahead to mark out all my basic measurements, which includes my shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waistline. So I'll be using the full length of this pattern paper for my pattern. So I'll go ahead and mark my shoulder divided by 2. My shoulder is 14 divided by 2, I have 7. And I'll add ½ inch to it because this pattern has a sleeve and come down by 1 inch. At that point, I'll mark. Then I'll just go ahead and connect this all the way up. And after I'm done connecting, I'll just go ahead and come down by 7 inches, which is my chest line. And to find your chest line is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. And I'll just go ahead and rule a line at that point. And after drawing this out, I'll just go ahead and mark what I have on my shoulder on the chest line to ensure that I have a straight line all the way up. Now I'll place my tape, fold it up, and I'll divide what I have there into 2 mark. From that point, I'll come out by ½ inch, and after that, I'll just go ahead to mark my bust circumference divided by 4. From that line, I'm going to connect from there all the way to the shoulder and make sure it touches the ½ inch we came in by. Now, I'll be marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches divided by 2. I have 3.5. I'll go ahead to mark this all the way to the lower part of my pattern, and I'm going to rule a straight line all the way down. Next, I'm going to go ahead to mark a dart intake of 1 inch on both sides. So if you're plus size, you're going to be using 1.5, or you're a bit busty, you're going to be using 1.5. Mark that at each side of your pattern paper. So after this, I'll just go ahead and rule out a straight line all the way down, and also connect the other side of my pattern just like I did at the other side. After this, I'll connect from the bust down to the under bust, and I'll go ahead and repeat this at the other side of my pattern. So after I'm done doing this, I'll just go ahead and use my marker to outline the rest of the lines that I have marked. So I'll go ahead and divide my armhole again and connect this all the way to the bust line. So after this, I'll be marking ½ inch on both sides, and I'll be blending that ½ inch down to the initial line that I marked out. So I'll go ahead and use my marker to outline the rest of my pattern, and next, that ½ inch I marked, I'll be taking it out at the lower part. This is to ensure that when you're joining your pattern, the midpoint meets up with the side. And I'll reconnect it back to my armhole this way, and I'll outline this part. So next, I'll insert my body measurement. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 at this point. After that, I'll measure that 1 inch at the upper part and add my sewing allowance. So you can use any sewing allowance of your choice. I'll mark my under bust circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake, replace, and add my sewing allowance. Here I'll mark the waist circumference divided by 4, measure these 2 inches dart intake, replace it, and I'll go ahead to add my sewing allowance to this pattern. Now at the lower part, I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4, measure these 2 inches dart intake, replace, and add my sewing allowance. I will go ahead to use my curve drill to connect my pattern all the way to the lower part. After I'm done connecting, I'll be transferring this measurement to the other side. So here is my pattern, and I've gone ahead to transfer this measurement to the other side. So we'll start at the neckline. I'll place my tape at the midpoint, and I'll measure 3 inches at both sides, come down by 2 inches at the center, and I'll reconnect the neckline and also reconnect this at the other side. You want to make sure that the neckline you have on both sides are similar. And after that, I'll just go ahead and use my marker to outline this. So next, I'll come out by 1 inch at both sides of the neckline, and I'll connect back my neckline. At the shoulder part, I'll come in by 1 inch again, and I'll take this all the way down. From that point, I'll also reconnect this side. So when you're joining your pattern this way, this side will now be meeting the other side of the armhole or the other side of the shoulder. So I'll also go ahead and repeat the same process at this part, and also go ahead to reconnect. After I'm done reconnecting, this is what I have on both sides. And now we're going to go ahead to work on the lower part. So from here, I'll come down by 3 inches, and I'll just go ahead and go out by 2 inches by the side and reconnect to create that little conical effect by the side. So I'll create like a little curve here, and coming to this part, I'm just going to take it or make it slanty a bit. Now I'll just blend in my pattern this way, and I'm going to be connecting to the other end of my pattern this way. So on getting to this side, I'll just go ahead and measure about 2 inches or 2.5. So from that 2 inches, I went out by 1/2 inch, and I'll reconnect. So from there, I'll be taking it all the way down, place my tape from the waistline, measure about 5 inches, and from that 5 inches, I came out by 2 inches or 1.5. But from there, I'll take it to the lower part. So you notice that I added another pattern paper at the lower part of the other side also. So for the lower part of this dress, you notice that we have like another peplon underneath it, or dress. So you are going to be attaching that underneath the dress after you're done sewing. From the midpoint, I'll come in by 4 inches, and from this point, I'll just take it down and then go ahead to blend in my line. So from that initial starting point, you can use about 2 or 3 inches. Here I'll go up by 1.5, blend in my dart, and I'll place and mark about 3 inches low, and I'll go ahead to reconnect at this point. So I'll be taking this all the way up and create a curve. So coming to this part, I added additional paper. So the length of this side should be at least 7, 8 or 9 inches from your waistline to get that very elongated conical effect at this side. And I'll just go ahead to reconnect and create like a slanty pointed edge, not really pointy, but at least it's having like a roundish shape at that point. And I'll just go ahead and connect, and then reconnect the side of my pattern. So for this lower part now, on how to achieve it is, after you're done sewing, you're going to pick up the pieces together, join it as one, and you're going to be attaching it underneath the dress. You can even attach it with like 1/2 inch, top stitch it underneath the upper part of the dress. So after cutting out, this is what I have, and I'll just go ahead to cut out the rest of this pattern. So at this point, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. If you also have a question regarding this particular tutorial, please also leave your question at the comment section. So after I'm done cutting this, I'll head over to cut out the remaining lower part of this dress. So just like I said, after sewing your dress, you're going to be joining this as one piece and then attach it to the lower part. So here is the back pattern. I'm gonna head to mark out my basic measurements. Next, I'll just go ahead to mark my nipple to nipple. The only difference between my front and back is that there's a zipper at this part, and for this pattern I did not make use of a bust dart. I'm just making it a plain pattern illustration so that it will be easier for everybody to understand. So after now, I marked 1/2 inch on both sides, and I'll come down by 1 inch. Go ahead to take this all the way up and also reconnect at the other side. After I'm done doing this, I'll come down by 4 inches, and I'll go ahead to reconnect to that 1/2 inch at the upper part. Now I'll be inserting my body measurement. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 and add my sewing allowance. Mark my waist circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake, replace and add my sewing allowance. At the lower part, I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4 and add my sewing allowance. So I'll just go ahead and reconnect my pattern all the way to the other side. So as I'm marking this also, I'll also repeat the same measurement for the other side of my pattern. So I'll divide here by 2 and I'll be connecting this to my bust point, and I'll come out by 1/2 inch. This is to make sure that the sides will meet up the center, because most times when you're joining it, you find out that the middle part is a bit longer or slightly longer than the side. So after this, I'll just go ahead and use my marker to outline the rest of my pattern. And after I'm done outlining, so for the back, please go ahead and use a basic neckline of 3 by 1.5 inches. So here I'll mark 1 inch and connect, and also mark 1 inch here, and then draw out the shape I have at this point. And I'll use my marker to outline this, and I'll be repeating all these measurements at the other side of my pattern also. So after that, I'll come in by 1/2 inch from the waistline and go ahead to extend it up and also take it to the other side. This is to get rid of the zipper bulge on the dress, and I'll go ahead to connect. After I'm done connecting this part of my pattern, I'm going to go ahead to also mark this out on this side. So here is my pattern. I'm done marking it out. So from this side, I'll come down by 2 inches and go out by 1/2, just like we did on the other side, and I will connect. So after this, I'll measure about 3 inches here, draw a curve and connect to that end, and also connect to the zipper. So at this side, I went down a bit by 2 inches after that line, and I'm just going to reconnect and draw out a curve. So here I will just go ahead and make sure I mark that same 8 or 9 inches after my waistline, measure 2 inches just like I did at that side also, and I'm going to take this all the way down, and I'll place my tape again just to make sure I'm correct, and I'll be marking that point. Go ahead to reconnect my pattern and draw out what I have here. So if you're a bit confused about what I did here, just pay attention to what we did at the front part, because at this part of the back is similar to the front part also. So coming down here, I came down by 3 inches just like we did on the other side, and I came out by 2 inches. After marking that 3 inches point, I went out by 2 inches, and from there I'll be connecting it all the way to the zipper, and this is what I have. So one side is meant to match the elongated part in front, and one side is meant to match the other side at the back. So after this, I'll just go ahead and cut out this pattern. So if you're confused on anything, or if you have any question, please also leave it at the comment section. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up also. So I'll go ahead and also cut this side. So remember, just like you're going to attach the front piece, you're also going to attach this at the back of the pattern. That is, after you're done sewing this, you're going to attach this part at the lower part together and then top stitch it underneath your blouse. So after cutting this, we'll be moving over to the sleeve part of this dress. So for the sleeve, it's more like a cone sleeve, or whatever name you give it. So I marked 1/2 inch at my starting point, and next I'll mark my sleeve cap height. To find this is your bust circumference divided by 12 plus 0.5 inches. So mine is 3.25, but I like using 3.5 inches. So here you measure your armhole circumference divided by 2. Mine is 16 divided by 2. I have 8. Now I'll go ahead and place this to connect. After I'm done connecting, I'll fold up my tape, measure what I have here, and from here I'll divide here into 2 and mark. After marking, I'll place here, divide into 2 and mark. And from here I'll come up by 1/2 inch, go down by 1/2 inch. Go ahead and reconnect this all the way to the upper part, and also connect this. So this is what I have for the slope. at the upper part of the sleeve. So I'm using this whole pattern paper as the total length of my sleeve. So just go ahead and work with what you have or the measurement you want. So from here, you're just going to go ahead to draw a slanted line to the lower part of your dress. So it totally depends on you how wide you want your sleeve to be. So after that, you'll be cutting out layers of lace or mesh, and you'll be placing it on it line by line to create that lace effect that we have on the sleeve part of the dress. So when you are cutting this out, you're going to be adding 1/2 inch for your joining allowance to the upper part, and you go ahead to cut out your sleeve. So with this, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and join us in our next video.